if you were a homo in a fraternity, you'd be fast. You know, in one way or another. You know, like those days, they live, you know, kind of quietly taking care of the homo. And
you knew them.
Were you good friends with them? You had a good gaydar?
We did. In our fraternity, one fellow, we were suspicious of. He's homo.
What was his name?
So he got, I don't remember. He got black cloak. So he was a pledge. He did not activate it. So he left the fraternity.
What's the theory?
W. Now this is back in the, this is the era of the forceful indulgence. Now back in those days, you weren't allowed to have anyone in the opposite sex in your room. Any social function had to be chaperoned, this sort of thing. Girls had to be at 10:30 on weekdays in the dorm, 1 a.m. on weekends. But over at the DU house, we had ways of getting around all these restrictions.
Yeah.
In the basement of our fraternity house was the dark room.
What room?
Dark.
With emphasis.
And by the way, girls,
got an evangelist kind of style.
well, in the dark room, there was neither light nor window. The walls were painted black, lined with thickly cushioned leather couches.
Being oiled.
And, some of you boys may know how these co-eds like the feel of leather against their bare thighs. Just seems
that takes me back.
them into a sexual frenzy, if you know what I mean.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
This is sort of a noise.
Describe the whole experience in detail for us, please.
A sinister laugh. Well,
okay, the leather against the bare skin.
The floor of the dark room was covered with old, stained mattresses out of the door.
Gross. The dark room. This place is gross.
Gate centers with the sorority. No way. You know what our favorite sorority was? Any frat boys here? You're in a frat? What's your favorite sorority? Our favorite, we have Trident here. We had a stage back in my college days, and all the other sorority girls failed. Trident. Get it?
I get it.
Or, you know, try it down that everyone else has, you know. Yeah. So, when we first brought the girls over the house, we were playing the role of gentlemen. Even back in the early 60s, you know, black guys had a pretty bad reputation being womanizers. So we tried to neutralize that by acting like a gentleman. Even back then, you know, I wore blue blazer, khaki pants, classic tie, V-neck sweater, Oxford shirt.
Pretty good.
I haven't changed my dress style in 50 years. And that's always in style. You know, classic look is always in style. And so, you know, we were acting like gentlemen. And so, no one was stand more than had to bring the girls in. See, we had our coach mother, Mom Meek, acting as chaperone. And we would introduce her. She was trained to stay in the formal lounge. So we'd introduce the girls to Mom Meek. Then we would take the girls to the informal lounge.
Dark
Oh,
room.
not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Oh.
Don't close the door yet.
But guess what was in the informal lounge?
Right this way.
Alcohol.
Red kegs of beer.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Back in those
Penny looseners.
you had to get the girls intoxicated or they would go down. Now they do.
Alcohol? No, that doesn't.
Now, we get trying to pair off, or he was choosing the right girl. Well, I'll never forget when I went off to college, my dear mother sat me down for a little heart-to-heart talk. She said, son, you're going off to college. You want to find a nice girl today. Maybe you'll want to marry when you graduate. And I said, well, Mom, how do you know that she's a nice girl enough? His mom says, well, son, remember this. Nice girl. Don't smoke. I said, well, no. I wasn't really looking for a nice girl. I was looking for the naughty girl. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I figured any girl who would stick a cigarette in her mouth. Say it. Well, I'll have to put anything in her mouth. That's right. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not talking about lollipops here. But it's something a girl might suck on. Like a lollipop.
I'm kind of dense. What do you think?
Well, he got it.
Hey, what's the answer?
And it's best that you stay in it.
Penis!
All right, now.
Oh, read the doctor.
So, but it's not always work because I
Should we close the door yet?
Sometimes the girl would smoke and still not do much of anything. So I had another trick.
Liquor.
No, I just met some of my attorneys.
Rope?
Brothers, what they call back in those days, Spanish. I never did that.
Oh, okay.
And I had more subtle means, and I did have a little sort of a way with women, I guess you would think. And
hard to believe.
so I would tell the girl a dirty joke.
Like what?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
You know you remember.
Oh, you remember.
No,
That would be cynic.
if the girl
No more.
or seems embarrassed,
She's excited.
you figure she's a nice girl, and you're liable to waste your evening having to talk to some female. Now understand, this is purely fiction. I have no idea what to talk to girls about. Back in those days, girls weren't interested in sports. They would have watched something like a Super Bowl or anything. So, you know, I didn't want to talk about jewelry, maybe
Cooking.
packs,
Cooking.
you know, whatever.
Sewing.
You know, and so, but if the girl laughed, I think it was fine to make a move. I'd say, sorority girl, perhaps we could go to the lounge and have a cigarette together. And,
The lounge?
Oh,
do that again. Do that again. You didn't call it.
She would say, oh, Jed, I would just love to have a smoke with you. So I would escort her to the so-called lounge, open the door of the dark room, push her in,
And then close the door and then lock it.
I'm afraid I can't tell you what happened after that.
This is the lounge, not the dark room.
No, this is the dark room.
This is the dark room.
This is the dark room.
He told her it was a lounge. Oh. He didn't use the word dark room, I don't think.
Maybe I can tell you this much.
Tell us.
Many a sorority girl was overexposed to the dark room. See, boys and girls, God has given us the sexual appetite, sexual urges. The only legitimate expression of our sexual appetite or urges is in the sanctity of holy matrimony. The Bible teaches marriage is honor. Marriage bed is not to be defiled. But the whoremonger and adulterer, God will judge. Well, despite all my whoremongering, drunkenness, in college, I still graduated from Indiana State University with honors. I went on to get my master's degree in history. And in 1967, there was a popular hit song that went like this. We're going to San Francisco.
Be sure to wear a flower in your hair.
That song went on to say, there's a whole generation with a new explanation. I actually put a flower in my hair. Got it by 67 Ford Mustang. California, and here I come.
Oh my God.
I got an apartment birthday and job teaching in the Bay Area. Now this was when the Asbury one Sunday afternoon, I decided I would go to the Heat to a rock and roll concert. Well, Ben, guess who was playing?
Rolling Stones.
Who was playing? I'll give you a hint. What's another word for thankful? The Grateful Dead. Yeah.